Hey, good morning, guys. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Your old buddy Tim back riding and ranting on the road this morning. It is a Sunday. I'm headed to do an open house for one of my listings over in Owens Crossroads, a nice, beautiful, large family home in a scenic neighborhood. I think we're going to sell it at the open house. You never know. I think we might. Just think, I got that feeling, you know. But anyway, the topic of the ride and rant today is open houses, and more specifically, what you can do as the property owner, as the seller, to help the agent like me have a more successful open house. Now, we've talked about open houses in the past. There are some agents who are of the mind that open houses are old school. They're a waste of time. I got to tell you, I still am a firm believer in open houses, if nothing more, just to give the neighbors a chance to walk through, because admittedly, a lot of times you'll have an open house and only the neighbors show up. But guess what? Neighbors sell houses. Everyone who lives there, hey, you know, this would be a great house for so-and-so. You know, I've actually sold a house during an open house when someone walked through and said, hey, I've got friends moving here. They would love this. So are open houses a waste of time? I think it depends on what you, as the agent, hope to gain from the open house. Personally, I just like to have the open house so, again, neighbors, family, friends, whoever wants to walk in can do so. So I'm still a big believer in open houses. So what can you do, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, to help your agent have a successful open house? Well, it's kind of a no-brainer. If you're inviting folks into your house, you want the house to be nice and clean. You want it to be decluttered. It's nice if it can be staged. You know, if you're still living there, clean the place up. You know, pick up your clothes. I gotta tell you, I've walked through some open houses where I'm like, did they not know we were coming today? I mean, is that a brassiere on the ceiling fan? I mean, you see all kinds of weird stuff in an open house, but you need to get your home ready for showing, because people are going to be walking through your house. They don't want to see your stuff. We've talked about this before. Declutter. Get all the stuff out of there that doesn't have to be there. And then when you know that there's going to be an open house, go that extra mile. Make sure the house is very clean. You know, maybe you burn a candle or something, you know what I mean? Just in case your house is one of those that kind of has maybe a funky smell. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I certainly don't mean to insult anyone, but it's just a common fact. Some houses smell. They do. I went into a house the other day, and the whiff of mothballs was so strong, literally, we could not go in the house. And, you know, cigarettes are another big one. I have walked into some houses, and the smell of cigarette smoke, cigar smoke was just overwhelming. I'm going to do a whole video about de-stinking the house. Yeah, but anyway, to help your realtor out, make sure the house is clean, it's decluttered, the yard is mowed. Remember curb appeal. You know, when someone comes to look at your house, they start from the curb. Make sure the grass is mowed, the landscaping is in nice shape. Don't forget the backyard. We talked about this in another video. You know, just because the front of your house is gorgeous and good to go does not mean you can ignore the backyard. Clean that thing up. Get rid of that old above ground pool that's been sitting there for 12 years. I've seen that too. So, all right, so what you want to do, your goal as the homeowner, is to help your agent have a successful house, open house, and you do that by making the house as attractive and appealing and clean and uncluttered as possible. And then you need to leave. You need to leave during the open house. You don't need to be there. You can trust the agent to oversee your stuff and manage folks as they walk through. There's no need for you to be there. Honestly, you're just in the way. You're just in the way. And, you know, I don't really want open house lookers talking to you, because typically what will happen is they'll start grilling you about things that you really don't want to get into, perhaps. Not that you're holding anything back, but neighborhood gossip, little things that they might not notice, you might mention. So yeah, that's another thing you can do for your agent. Get out, let us do our job, and then you can come back. Okay, all right, hey, that's it. Easy peasy. Just make sure the place is clean, decluttered. Make sure, just imagine if if the Queen was coming over, or Elvis, or whoever you would like to impress. Make believe they're coming over and they want to see your house clean, decluttered, distinct, and without you there. All right. Hey, I'm going to let you go. I'm about at my destination. If you're out and about in Owens Crossroads today, feel free. If you're watching this video on the replay, you missed it. Anyway, I'm sure it's going to be a great open house. I'm going to sell this house. I am. Maybe today.